So basically, I'm calling it good. No Steven with the...
No. Alrighty, thank you for joining us on episode
16, I think.
Whatever episode number we're on. Obviously, we don't keep count. Actually, we keep count right as we upload the video.
Yeah, pretty much.
As you can see, today's sponsors are local LKQ. They so generously dropped off this broken Z. Today's guest is none other than Tommy, aka RolledFocus.
So,
thank you for coming on.
Of course.
You were surprised you said yes, and some people have actually said no. Y'all are dicks.
Savages. They're not fast, that's why.
Alright. With that being said, so how did you get into this whole scene?
I guess I've always just kind of liked cars and played Need for Speed and Gran Turismo. And then I finally got my own car. And I didn't plan on keeping the car for that long, my first Focus. So I was like, okay, it's gotta be modified. So my car didn't look boring. And just as the mods went on, I wanted to drive it and test out the modifications. And I didn't know anything. And so I didn't know like any roads. I tried looking for roads. And somehow I just didn't know that the closest road to me was like the most infamous SoCal road, I guess, which was GMR. And at the time, it was closed for like 6 months, I think. I like went up to like check, see like every like week to see if it was open yet, and it wasn't. And then one night, my friend Stan, he was like, "Yo, we're gonna go for a canyon run," and I was like, "Okay, that sounds dope." And they're like, "We don't know which road we're gonna go to yet, but we'll let you know." And they're like, "Okay." So we ended up going to 39. We went up. It was a good time. That road's super fucking easy. And yeah, ever since then, I just wanted to keep driving. And then our local road finally opened up. And then started going up there. Started meeting all these like fellow drivers, people who wanted to be fast and race, I guess. And yeah, that's where we're at now.
So how long have you been at it then?
I started driving a lot since about June in 2019, so almost 3 years, over 3 years.
Pretty recent.
Yeah, I'm young.
Fuck, we're getting old.
Yep.
Right, so your first car was a Focus.
Yes, sir.
The famed Mark 1 Focus?
Yes, the first gen Focus.
So what made you choose a Focus in the first place?
Alright, honestly, I had no intention of buying a Focus when I was looking for my first car. Obviously, as a high schooler, looking for the first car, I was looking for a 240. And it came to the realization that I didn't know how to drive manual, and no one else in my family knew how to drive manual. And at the time, I didn't really have that many car friends yet who like I knew doing manual. So I was like, alright, this is a predicament. Because like honestly, the only like criteria I had was that it was gonna be cheap and it was manual. So I went on Craigslist, put the radius to like 10 miles, and there was nothing interesting. There's like old pickup trucks, there's like Kias from like early 2000s. I was like, fuck this. And then I kept looking, and then I see this silver 3-door 2006 Ford Focus, and like, you know what? I did see a Ford Focus in Need for Speed, so it has some sort of clout, and I think it'll be okay. So I went to go pick it up. The car was super clean. Everything worked. AC worked. No issues. No check engine light. Dude was like just trying to get rid of it because he just got a new car. I bought it for $2,000, and I was like, at first I did have like a little bit of buyer's remorse. I was like, why did I get this car? But I was like, you know what? It's a good car to just learn on, just to practice driving manual on, and then I had intentions of just selling it after like a new high drive manual, and I got peer pressured into like modifying my car, I guess. So I guess I ended up kind of committing to it, and then yeah, I just found out it was a good chassis, and I just been sticking with it.
Nice. So that sort of answers one of the questions. Next question. So your IG is RolledFocus.
Yes.
How did that name come apart or come to be?
Alrighty, it all started when I was born. Alright, so it was August 28th. Oh no, 27th. I wasn't even planning on going up to the mountains that night. I was in Upland getting some boba with some of my non-car friends, and then I get a call, and my friend calls me, and she was like, I popped my tire in the mountains, and I was wondering if you can come help me. And then I was like, yeah, sure, like, I just like put your spare on real quick, no problem. So, I take my friend I was with, and we go up, and then I get a call, pretty much at the bottom. She was like, oh, you guys don't need to come up anymore, someone else help me. I was like, well, I'm already here, may as well just go up anyways. So we go up, we're chilling with some of my friends, and then the person I brought up, he was like, can you take me home? Because I have school. And then I was like, sure. Take him home. It's pretty early still by the time I drop him off. And I was like, I don't have anything better to do. I'll just go back up. So I go back up, and then we're chilling again, and then the person I went up to go help was like, let's go for a run. And I was like, okay, do you want to go on the front side or the back side? And then she was like, I don't care. And at the time, I was trying to practice backside, so I was like, let's go backside. So we go, and I remember distinctly saying, damn, I'm feeling it tonight. And then about 30 seconds later, I realized, like I start running, I realized that my window is up, and I have to run my windows down. So I'm coming up to this like somewhat straight section, and so I have a manual window, so I go to like roll it down, and I'm like kind of turning for this left-hand hairpin, and I'm like, okay, I'm okay. So I like roll down my window, and then I realize I'm like, I'm not gonna make this corner that I'm coming up to. So I'm like, oh fuck. And by this time, I thought I was gonna like smash like into the mountain, like just by not steering enough. Not like understeering, just like not turning the wheel enough. Cause I wasn't really going that fast. So then I correct the car, like try to like yank it off like instead of going into the mountain. And the car just snapped sideways like 90 degrees. I'm sliding into the stone wall. I hit the stone wall. And at this point I was like, okay, it's not that bad. And then it wasn't until like I saw the airbag deploy where I was like, okay, maybe this is bad. And then all of a sudden I'm upside down. And it was literally like in the movies where you just see them and you're like, damn. You just like eject from your fucking seatbelt, you're like upside down, you fall onto your roof, you're like, what the fuck's happening? And then, yeah, we had to walk like 1.5 miles to like get my flashlight and like shine it across the mountain to where the fork is at. Some of my friends that were up there came over to help me to like, where the fuck's your car? And like, I rolled it. And yeah, ever since then, for like 6 months, I was known as the guy, like, oh, you're the guy that rolled this Focus, huh? And I was like, yeah, that was. So, yeah, that's the story.
Did you base it after that?
Yep, RolledFocus, that's where that came from. Pretty innovative.
Jesus. Alrighty, so that was your first Focus.
That was my first Focus, yes.
You're currently on number 2 or number 3?
My current silver hatch is my second Focus.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the beginning of the year, I picked up another 3-door hatch with a supercharger. And that one's been getting worked on. So I've had 3 so far in the span of 3 years.
Okay, it's not that bad. Could be worse.
Yeah, they're cheap, so like I can just pick up a Focus for like 2,000 to like less than that.
Until after this video drops and you single-handedly drive up Christian Focus
Yes,
prices up.
I lied. 4,000.
Special guest. Today's a shit bag.
He is cute.
Hey, you know we're filming, right? Psst. Hey, go over there. Husky problems.
I have a question for you from the background, actually. I don't know if that's actually a question coming up, but the chassis itself, like, how do you think it feels compared to, like, you know, I don't know if you've driven anything else at the Honda or something, but...
I've driven a few cars, and honestly, like, there's a reason why I keep coming back to it and, like, haven't ditched it all completely. Just because I think the car honestly handles more, like, rear-wheel drive than it does front-wheel drive, because I've never had an issue with, like, any kind of understeer driving my Focuses. And, I mean, that could just be, like, the way I set it up, but I've never been in a situation where I was like, yeah, this is a front-wheel drive car. And the car just rotates perfectly, and honestly, I've driven more, like, rear-wheel drive cars that have understeered more than my Focuses have. And, yeah, like, that's why whatever my next car is going to be, like, I have to make sure that it's equally or better handling than that, because I just know that car so well, and I feel like the car was literally developed to be a rally car, meant to replace the European Escorts, and that's exactly what it did. It did all of that rallying, and it shows, like, even in the base models. My first car was a base model, didn't even have a rear sway bar, and the car just handled like amazing. So
Nice.
I guess that answers the question of rear-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive and your preference.
I guess I could say I'm proficient at front-wheel drive, but I haven't really had enough rear-wheel drive experience to make it really a fair comparison. But I do, like, have plans to learn rear-wheel drive eventually, whether it be sooner or later, just to, like, enhance my overall driving ability. But for right now, I do prefer front-wheel drive, just because, like, you can drive a front-wheel drive car like an ape, and, like, nothing will really happen. Like, you don't even have to be a good driver to drive front-wheel drive cars. And just because, like, you really only have to mitigate understeer, and it's just more safe, I think, to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. For many people, like, front-wheel drive is like the entry chassis, and then eventually they'll, like, you know, go into all-wheel drive or shitty rear-wheel drive cars, or stay front-wheel drive and go faster front-wheel drive. So,
Exactly.
I just think front-wheel drive's fun. You just send it in there, be aggressive, and...
You just, like, huck it in.
Exactly.
when you said drive like an ape, I just pictured someone in like an ape suit. G Mark.
You gotta do that now.
I will do that.
You gotta get you a suit, and we gotta get that on video.
It's like the chicken idea that we had.
Go for it. Go on.
We still need to do that one day. It'd be fucking hilarious. Alright, so why is your favorite chassis? What is your favorite chassis and why is it the Mark 1? Because you asked that like 4 goddamn times on Token Talks.
I think just kind of like the sleeper effect, because no one, honestly, I've never really seen any like first gen Focuses running it up like I do. Like I've seen like some of my friends, but like they're not like down like that. Like I guess like we are. So just the fact that it looks like a minivan to me, and it's not common at all, and like no one just expects anything of it. I like the fact that it's like really understated, and it surprised a lot of people driving the Focus chassis. That's like the most, I guess, important thing to me that I like about it. And then like the fact that it handles well and everything like that.
Okay, so would you say it's the least appreciated car for the Touge?
Definitely the least appreciated car for the Toge. Everyone needs to get on that train.
You're gonna drive prices up, then after this, you're not gonna be paying $2,000 anymore. I hope you know.
Alright, well, it's okay, I still got another one.
Alrighty. What are your top 5 favorite cars you've seen up on the pass?
Damn. There's a lot.
Let's see, top 5 running cars you've seen on the pass. Not the cars that are parked on the side. The top 5 cars you've seen.
I think
work.
both of Caesar's Civics, the coupe and the hatch, those were like the first cars where I was like, damn, like this shit's built like full like swap, like Integra Type R swap, K swap. Like first person that actually saw like run in like really hard, where I was like shocked. And then I'll go drivers cars, because some of them have had multiple cars. Nate, I met him when he has Camaro.
I think it was sick.
Or, yeah, he had just gotten his Camaro, and then he was going to try to sell me his NC Miata, but he ended up selling it before I got the money. And then when he got his FRS, that used to be Xiao's car, and he started building that thing, I knew that thing was going to be really quick, and it is, obviously. I think Steven's BRZ, because I kind of like met him when he first like had it like completely stock, and then like he would always give me a ride along when my cars weren't working or whatever, and like I just kind of slowly saw the progression of like him building that chassis. Let's see what else.
I mean, building's a strong word.
I mean like the essentials basically.
Damn, man, did it get darker? Shit came out of nowhere.
Cameraman Mike's. I think I met him when he had his Legacy. And then got Elantra. The Elantra. That's another slept-on car. Another slept-on car.
Goddamn KDM. He drives the shit out of that car.
Yeah. How many is that? Like 3?
Yeah.
And let's see. Ricky in his S2000. Another driver.
That's a recent one, huh? Because he just picked that up.
Yeah. Well, he did get me really hard in his Accord on backside.
Oh, you're talking about H-Des.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I thought you meant Mr. Ricky.
Yeah, H-Dead. And then my friend Eric's BMW 5 Series.
That's what, Eric?
Yeah, M4 Eric. Shout out him and his BMW. That shit's crazy now.
He just swapped it too, no?
Swapped it with the 5-speed and then I think he said a 330 CI with the HP engine or something. So that thing's gonna rip when it's finally up on the mountain. Yeah, those are my top 5.
Plus, it's a big body car.
Big body car.
Tommy, I just took that as a hit. You said I'm slow.
He said drivers.
Damn.
Notice he didn't mention us? Alright. V-Tech or Z-Tech?
Damn.
So for those of you that don't know, Ford also has their own variable valve timing and they call it Z-Tech.
Z-Tech.
No bias or whatsoever.
Yeah, what's Z-Tech?
Well, Z-Tech's electronic solenoid, no?
Yeah,
Oh, so it's superior.
superior.
Because sometimes V-Tech will lag if you don't do your oil changes quickly enough.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. The only reason I say that was because really the main car that the SVT Focus competed against was like the EP3 Civic SI, and I think pretty much in every way the SVT is better.
also an EP3 also.
EP3 was like the worst generation.
Shitty suspension geometry.
No offense to the EP3 owners out there. It's just,
None, but like...
Should have had a SVT Focus.
There you go. You would have paid half the price too.
Yeah, half the price exactly.
Honestly. So is it true you have a doppelganger in the Sentra?
What?
Yes. You can call him Tommy if you see him. Anyone that looks like me, you can call them Tommy.
What gen Sentra though?
The B15 or the one 2004, whatever generation that is.
B14.
14.
Shit, that would be a B14. Well, B14 and 15, like, the only difference was like the grill.
Whichever one looks like a R33 GT.
E13? No. 03 or 04?
It's a 04, I think.
With the QR engine, right?
Yeah,
That'd be like a 4.
14.5.
That'd be 14.
14. B14 Sentra SCR Spec V.
Those are sick, I'm not gonna lie. That's like the most slept on front wheel drive Nissan. Well, aside from like the P10s and the P11s.
Yeah. It's faster than the FPT power-wise. Chassis-wise,
We have a strip for chassis, man.
yeah, and independent rear suspension.
That's fucking nice. No, wait, no shit, that's independent? That wasn't like an I-beam or something?
SVT is independent.
The base isn't.
No, they're all independent. I think up until like 2018 is when they were all independent rear suspension.
Damn, okay, Ford.
Yeah.
Damn, so you can say the Focus was independent rear before the Mustang.
Exactly.
Clearly see which was a superior chassis.
SVT Focus is the superior chassis.
Gonna piss off a lot of people here. So when are you finally gonna sell the car?
It's for sale right now. If the video's up and it's still with me, hit me up. But yeah, it's for sale.
Guess who asked that?
Nate. He's been bugging me to sell it.
Why?
Because he just knows, I think, that I can be much better in a car that has more power and more reliability.
Like, how often do your cars really break down though?
Alright, so kind of a lot. But I won't say that it's the SVT like specifically. I'll just say that it was the previous owner that I got it from. Kind of just like neglected it and kind of just like left me to pick up all the pieces. So when I started running it really hard, that's when stuff started to go wrong. So I just kind of been recovering from all that maintenance, but it's all pretty caught up. Like literally everything has been replaced on that car, honestly. So that's why I'm selling it.
You're done with it now? It's
Yeah.
too reliable.
Literally.
You're good to go right now.
So now we're gonna start asking the hard-hitting questions. The reason why people are here.
Sure.
Why do you like them?
I don't.
Guess who asked that?
Try.
No, but that's actually the next question. Why are you so slow?
Oh, why am I so slow? Because my cars break down. But I can still gap you in a Toyota IA.
Damn.
You do realize he's got a faster time than Steven, me, and I don't know who else on Ridge, right? In that little Focus. And
What's your time?
It was a 220. Not that fast.
the STI got a 221. Steven got like
How
a
was the
2.
Volvo 1 second slower than you?
My first time out with it. Anyways, and then Steven had like a 223 or something.
Yeah, he was chasing me for that. He had to chase me for that time. I was like half throttle the whole fucking thing. Chris and Danny almost saw me rear-ended when I was chasing them.
No comment.
Horrible braking points.
Continue.
That
What
would've
breaking
sucked.
point? You don't break on Ridge.
You really don't. You really, yeah.
I almost rear-ended him chasing him.
Tommy, you probably know which corner I'm talking about, but right after that hairpin from Experimental, where it's that like that long ass sweeper right,
Yeah.
that one sketches me out every time.
Honestly.
I'm off the throttle every
Go
fucking
out
time.
wide, then cut it. Cut
Still
it like a
sketches me
V.
out. Still sketches me out.
Well, for me, it feels like my car is gonna step out when I go to that corner.
Exactly. That's
So
what it sketches.
I throttle on because front wheel drive pulls you,
That's true.
so you need it to be more neutral.
I just took like the roll drive with the Volvo. So wide and it liked it.
Oh.
It was all-wheel drive though, so.
Next question.
Alright, next question. Is it true you're the fastest hot hatch or GM1?
I mean, I wouldn't say the fastest. One of the
Quicker hot hatches.
quicker top 10.
Damn, there's that many hatches at GM1?
There's a lot of Hondas that are hatches that are fast. A lot of them are like old locals that don't go up as often as they used to.
Well, I mean,
But I mean, they still pick up speed. I mean, they still have speed. So I'm familiar with the road.
true. You fixed the starter yet?
Starter? No. I mean, wait, edit that out. I passed out the car.
The starter will be fixed by the time the new owner buys it. Don't worry about that.
I mean, there's no issue with the starter. What are you talking about?
So someone said, Tommy, GMR Loco. Out of every car, why a Focus? Much love from the Silver EK with a heart.
Damn,
Storm,
I mean,
isn't it?
I was just
No.
surprised by how good it was. And when I crashed my first Focus, I was like, okay, I should like redeem this Focus. Because like, I didn't really give it a proper send off, and like I had a lot of plans for that one. So I also just fell in love with the way that the car handles, and it just keeps on surprising me every time I drive it. Every time I want to sell it, I drive it, and I'm like, fuck, maybe I should keep it. Like, it's literally like the most toxic relationship I've ever been.
I can relate.
There you go. A lost car.
Shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna freeze frame that because you both looked at the camera with a smile like, yeah.
It's a fine connoisseurs of shit boxes right here.
Yes.
See, but he's on like number 2 or 3, which this is like 5.
I mean, I could have caught up, but I've had more restraint.
Okay. Do your best to don't catch up.
Don't catch up.
Don't catch up,
We'll
because that's
see.
only 5 cars that are like, holy fuck, 11.
A part of me feels like I'm gonna buy another.
Catch up, 16.
My car, this is cooler though.
Yeah.
I beat him there, but yeah.
Cooler colors.
Cooler cars, but they're, sometimes you don't know. But
That
they're
was the
cool.
last question?
Last couple questions?
Oh, that was it? Oh,
Or that was
alright.
the last people questions. When we post these up, ask all the questions you want, all of them. Unless you're asking like initial D questions, we're not gonna answer those. So, anything,
I'm gonna make an
Life,
initial D post now.
cars, general, stonks, we got you. Stonks. All right, so when are we finally gonna see you at a tailgate battle?
When I have a car that's reliable enough.
So in like 2 years?
We'll see. There is no time frame for reliable cars.
We can tow you out.
Alright.
Send it.
Next
If it's gonna go out anywhere, go out over there in the battle against someone.
That's true.
I mean, I've gone out on the mountain, so I guess it wouldn't make a difference.
Same thing.
Literally.
Anything you want to add in?
Nah, I'm pretty much good. I'm always gonna hold that. Damn, he really gapped you though.
Well, you have to get me so you can get back.
Is that a run? Is that a call out?
Yeah, calling out Jay right now.
Oh shit. Well then,
Damn, is there going to be a part 2?
we're setting it up. There's gonna be a part. There's gonna be a part 2 to this video. We'll have footage of that run.
Where's my single lane versus double lane question?
Oh,
All right,
Jesus.
single lane versus double lane.
Here we go.
Alright, I'm going to just say this for everyone's sake. We're all retarded. Okay? Honestly, it doesn't matter if you... Well, okay. At nighttime, it doesn't matter to me if you double lane or single lane. It matters to me if you're one of those people who tell me that you're faster than me in a single lane if I double lane. And, I mean, if you can prove that to me, then I will graciously accept that, sure, you are really fast in a single lane. But driving on the toge is unlimited class. Any build, any swaps, anything. So we're all gonna do what we need to do to be the fastest person, or faster than people who are talking shit. And obviously in the daytime, you shouldn't be double laning like a fucking tard. But nighttime, anything goes, because there's no one there. That's my hot take.
And there it is.
Any other questions?
I'll add to that. That is coming from a local to the same pass that we go to, and that's how it's been at our pass for like, since we've been there for like, what, 10, 11 years? 10, 11 years, so it just depends on the canyon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, I know the people on the East Coast fucking get butthurt, even if it's at night.
Well,
But, I mean,
I've
that's the
never
East
seen
Coast.
any videos from Tail of the Dragon at night. They're always in the day.
That's very true.
So That 3 game up. Come on, man. The bootleggers did it at night, and then y'all went to the day. Bet you they double lane chasing, running away from
Honestly,
cops.
I really don't see many like driving videos from anywhere besides
Here?
Southern California and
Yeah.
Southern California. Like,
And Japan.
Yeah, in
Obviously.
Japan.
And those
Like,
are always sideways.
Yeah, sideways.
Japan.
So, unless you're actually running it, send us some videos, and then we'll see.
There it is.
Content with that?
Pretty content.
No other rants you want to go on?
I do have a rant.
Let's hear it.
Alright. I hate when people make the comparison that grid life in real life is the same as Forza Horizon. Because
Wait,
that shit is not true. Grid life takes place on a track. Forza Horizon is in a city. The real comparison that should be made is the most underrated Need for Speed game is Need for Speed Pro Street, okay? Need for Speed Pro Street is what grid life is. And everyone needs to know that.
Ramon's dying over there, so he understands you perfectly right now.
Have you never played that game?
have not
It's
played that
fucking
game.
gold!
I have not.
Because you start out in a clapped out 240.
Yes. Everyone's dream beginner car.
It's the only reason why I wanted to hatch.
Jesus.
Video games ruined you. Actually, if there's anything you should take away from this, if you want to save your child from a lifetime of bad cars, financial decisions, and buying
Don't listen to
vehicles
Ramon.
only to have them break 2 months after and not even drive them, don't let them play racing video games. Because he bought a Focus because of Need for Speed,
That is
which,
true.
I mean, I don't blame you, because like with the Sniper Kid, like Underglow,
Exactly.
so don't buy your kids racing games. Let them, become successful adults.
They will find their way.
I think we're good with that.